Again. Hello and welcome to the first St. Francis Pet Memorial event on the Winter Solstice. My name is Dr. Megan Schomer. I joined St. Francis in March of 2020, so most of you I've never met in person. I'm joined by Dr. Blair, Dr. Novak, Dr. Lewis, and a number of the staff members of St. Francis. I very much wish we could all meet in person. Unfortunately, that's not the case this year. If we could, we would share some stories and some tears and some laughter about our pets that have left us. But while Zoom is a poor substitute for an in-person gathering, take a look around at all these little squares and all these people who are here together with you. Everybody that is here tonight understands the weight that you're carrying as we head into the holiday season, missing somebody who we wish were still here with us. We come together tonight to say that we remember them and also to say that we understand and we understand your pain. I invite you to get into a comfortable position, maybe snuggle with another furry family member. I see a few out there. Hold on to something that reminds you of your pet that you're remembering tonight. And if you have a candle or a luminary, put that nearby and feel the warmth. May the warmth of the candlelight bring you comfort in loneliness, peace in distress, and joy in remembering. And may this light lift your heart in gratitude for the gift of companionship that you have known. For those who had to make the difficult decision to end your pet's suffering, take comfort in knowing that you made your decision from a place of compassion and kindness. And for those who still have living pets by your side, may this light encourage you to care for their needs, find comfort in their friendship, and seek their healing energy as you remember your pets who are no longer with you.
Hello there, my name is Gail, and I'm a 20-year client of St. Francis Animal Hospital. And I wrote a meditation, and lo and behold, it's been printed for you, but I'd like to read it. Welcome. You know, tonight we gather from various places across the Twin Cities as individuals and families. But we are bound together because of our connections with St. Francis Animal Hospital. How many times have we traveled here? Sometimes rejoicing with the adoption of that new animal companion, or scheduling the annual wellness check, or the labs, the teeth cleanings, and the dreaded panic trip after eating the not the dark chocolate. And as our pets age and there are chronic conditions, we learn about acupuncture to explore and palliative care and hospice options to discern. And while we do not know the details of one another's travels here to St. Francis, we have shared common hallways and exam tables that have been scrubbed beyond CDC guidelines well before COVID, well before there were numbered parking places and the telemedicine of 2020. We come here because we trust in the wisdom of talented veterinarians and technicians, assistants, and all those who work behind the scene in client service and administration, and all who are so busy cleaning up those assorted oops that we deposit on the floor. But tonight we gather as companions who have experienced deep sorrow. We have lived a cycle of welcome and release. We experience it when the veterinarian students are monitored and mentored and then launch. And sometimes for personal and professional reasons, there are changes that require goodbyes. But it's the same cycle. It's the early years, the maturing years, and the declining years of our lives and of our pets' lives. We live in the process of saying hello and goodbye. We pause tonight to honor the memories and stories of animal companions that we have met and loved and released. And we are unashamedly able to grieve because we have loved deeply, deeply and well, and we have been changed forever by love. We remember that death ends a life, not a relationship. You know, if we were to meet together tonight in person, we would be friends. We are already a community that has brimming stories of adventures of chinchillas and rabbits and rats and cockatiels and dogs and cats. And all of us are bound into the sacred trust of animal welfare. Many of us hold sad stories of rescue and commitment to redeeming the traumas and the cruelties that have been inflicted by the human animal upon the innocent ones. And oh, how we delight in stories of trust recovered and antics from unique personalities from our never ever able to replace pets. We will risk future broken hearts because we know the profound challenge and the profound privilege of companionship that is unlike any other. So without knowing each other's names, we know one another's hearts. We know the power of love. And we know the saying is true, that whatever, whomever is loved is never lost. Changed? Yes. Lost? Never. I am sitting in that particular room, room 6, where we have in our family said goodbye several times. And I know that we have shared that quiet sign placed on the desk when the candle of departure is lit. Sitting in that waiting room, when we could do that, or observing from a parking space, there is a palpable change when an animal is given compassionate release. And I believe that authorizing that final act of compassion is one of the toughest and most essential part of being a pet owner. And we feel for one another. If prayer is our practice, then we ask for strength for one another and for ourselves as we return home to emptiness and collect the bowls and the toys and the fuzz on the floor. We offer gratitude for the staff here at St. Francis who have cradled our beloved pets into peace. Now, when word of our loss goes out, some of our friends are quick to draw alongside. Others, I like to call them the clueless ones, awkwardly attempt to cheer us up and minimize the depth of our grief. Pity them. Pity them because maybe they have not known the unconditional love or the privilege of whispering secrets to the very best listeners ever. Their declaration that our pet is just an animal is not true. We know differently. We are the blessed ones. And looking back, we do not regret those walks in sub-zero weather, or the pillows overtaken by purring friends, or furniture nibbled and destroyed. We would happily accept the eternal season of shedding. We would, dare I say it, even welcome stepping on a hairball at 2 a.m. And we would vacuum over and over again if only they could return. If only. And instead, we console ourselves with treasured memories and we live in the awe of the mystical bond among species. We gather tonight to honor the all of it, even the hard parts, especially the hard parts, because we are more human because of our animal relationships. And it is a privilege to shepherd the lives and deaths entrusted to us tonight, Tonight is winter solstice, the longest night of the year, and generations have gathered and built fires, lit candles, and huddled together for warmth and peace and the longing for hope. Always hoping for light to return again and again in greater fullness. This week, we gather around Zoom screens with candles and memories in the fellowship of kindred souls. Is this not amazing that we, while separate, gather as one? This year, the planets of Jupiter and Saturn align. Although millions of miles apart, they appear as one. Is this not amazing? Once every 800 or so Decembers, this happens. And the last time that this particular alignment was this bright was on March the 4th of 1226. Think about it. St. Francis of Assisi, Italy, the patron of this particular clinic, was alive to see that great oneing. He died 4 months later on October the 4th, 1226. It's just amazing. Now, animals, both domestic and wild, were drawn to St. Francis's sense of quietness and healing touch. Now, today, some of us in the Christian faith place creches in our homes. Ours has far more animals than people, including a tiger, but that's another story. But you see, the custom of those creches developed in Italy directly from St. Francis of Assisi, who brought assorted animals together in the town square to replicate the scene of the Holy Family. And from there, the custom of nativities spread. So whatever town square that you or I might find ourselves in tonight, I can imagine our beloved pets continuing to be in those places to live on in our hearts. And as I conclude, my hope is that we human animals will learn to practice abiding respect for all creation, large and small. And may the inner quiet and deep healing of St. Francis of Assisi and St. Francis of Larpenter comfort the brokenhearted, lighten one another's burdens as we travel together into a new year.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Jessica Lewis. If I haven't met you before, I'm going to be reading For Loving an Animal by Metta Herrick Carlson. We love animals into our hearts and homes on instinct, a longing for more intimate connections with the natural world and the wild that lives beyond human routine. It's good to be seen and loved up close by an animal friend, to trust a primal bond, be charged with good care of another, receiving loyalty and admiration more closely linked to the earth by the sounds and smells of a beloved beast.
Hello, welcome everybody. I'm Dr. Patricia Novak, and I'm going to read Come Dream With Me by Lucy Linder. Come dream with me for a while as you linger in the sweet reverie of memories of you and me, the days so swiftly passing and time that stops for no one. Come dream with me of youthful follies, running, jumping, chasing, climbing, a constant whirlwind of motion, smiles of exasperation lost in love. Come dream with me all curled up on the couch, my head resting next to yours.
the rumbling purr changing to whispers of breathing as sleep overcomes us lying there. Come dream with me of landing on all fours right on your resting form. Forget the reading. I have arrived. Wet kisses, nose to nose, much more important than any book. Come dream with me of the times when no one else seemed to understand. A torment of tears, and I appear to stay beside you. Your grateful hand caressing me, I dare not move until calm is restored. Come dream with me of talks at mealtime. Your dinner always looks better. A loud meow signals you to share with me. If cat food is so good, why don't you eat it too? Come dream with me as I knead with my paws to get a comfortable place next to the one I love best. Of course, I should have the preferred space. Am I not the most important one around here? Come dream with me in your sorrow. The years, though passing quickly, do not diminish who we are, you and me. I remain always in that special chamber of your heart. Come dream with me so I can let you know I love you so, and nothing can change that bond. It is there for time and eternity. In the quiet of the night, you will still feel my presence. Come dream with me forever in a place where tears and pain have no welcome, where joyful and glorious adventures await us, sweet reverie surroundings as we dream together.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sabrina. I'm the technician here at St. Francis, and I'll be reading Once You Were Trouble, Loving an Old Reactive Dog by Jessica Dolce. I saw the dog coming towards us, like always. I began to make a quick U-turn to give you some space. But silly me, there's nothing quick about the way that we move these days. So there we were, me guiding you in what felt like the world's slowest about face in the middle of the street. By the time we were done inching our way around, the other dog was long gone. You look confused. What's with all the fancy footwork? When the next dog appeared, I guided us to a stop to make some room for them to pass. I held tight to the leash, waiting for you to see the other dog and react, but you just stood there. I smiled. Look at you, not caring about the other dog. Way to go, old lady. It only took you 15 years to finally stop giving a shit about every single dog that looks at you. It's the moment every person who has ever walked a reactive dog dreams of. My dog stayed calm. We finally did it. Then I started to cry. You didn't react to the other dog because you're old. You're not being cool about other dogs. You're losing your vision. And your hearing too. Did you even see the other dog? I don't think so. And if you had, then the cancer in your body or the ache in your back would have stopped you from putting that dog on full blast. Who has the energy for rumbling these days, right? Loving an old dog who used to be trouble is a bittersweet thing. I feel relief that we no longer need to hide behind cars or that I can hold your leash lightly and get lost in thought while we stroll. Then I feel a punch in my chest. It's my heart breaking. This new piece comes at such a high price. This is the last leg of our journey together, my old friend. Lately, I find myself reminiscing as we walk, a little slower each day, about the times when we had to cross this very block 3 times to escape the woman who wanted us to meet her dog. That dog died years ago. We're still here. But crossing the block 3 times would take us so long that anybody could catch up to us now. We used to move so fast. I could barely keep up with you. Back then, you would explode at other dogs. It was a big show, and some people stopped in their tracks. Tisk, tisk, they'd say. I'm longing for those days now that I know they won't come again. I cried while we walked today. What I wouldn't do to see you at full force again. What I wouldn't do to yell at someone to back off so that we can make our escape together. Loving an old dog who used to be trouble is a funny thing. Here we are, where we desperately wanted to be. All those years when walks were an obstacle course of stress, embarrassment, and near misses, not anymore. I'm enjoying how easy it is to be out in the world with you now. But oh, what I wouldn't do to see you at peak naughtiness again, to see you strong and healthy, to hold you back with both hands while you try to take on the world. to feel exhausted by our walks. This peace comes at such a high cost. Now that we finally have it, I don't want it. I want the trouble. I want you to stay.
Next, I'll read Zen Cat by Reverend Robert Finkelstein from her sermon, The Spirituality of Cats and Dogs. Linda is definitely a Zen cat. She follows the sunspots around the house. Each time she finds a satisfactory spot, she lays down, enters a state of complete relaxation, and sleeps until it's time to find a new spot. Her sleeping posture is one of complete relaxation. There's not a tense muscle in her body. Her breathing is deep and even. She is a picture of total relaxation, totally comfortable in her body, and totally comfortable in her world. I asked Linda what I should tell you about the contemplative life, and here's what she said. Imagine that you're in your favorite place, a place that is safe and full of love. Now find the sunny spot in that place. Walk around in the sunny spot a couple of times while feeling the warmth on your body. Then lay down in the sunny spot. The position is not important. Your body will find the natural curve for the spot. Just let yourself melt into the warmth beneath you while absorbing the warmth all around you. Breathe deeply, relax. Know that everything's okay at this moment, just the way it is, just the way you are. Sunny spots never stay in one place, and you'll have to leave it. But take with you the knowledge that you are okay at any given moment, just the way you are.
As you go on your way, may the love of your beloved pet accompany you, empowering you to love both creatures and creation. May your grief be a gentle companion, a sign that you truly opened your heart to another. And may this community go with you too, strengthening you for the days ahead. This concludes our gathering, but please enjoy the following slideshow that includes some photos and memories of some of the pets who passed this year. And thank you for being together with us.
Mm.